Hey everybody, welcome back to Hexabus Streams. We have daily drops Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. with reactions to whatever you guys want to see. Drop your comments down below, like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Today we're looking at Florida. Apparently, another anti-ICE protesting Karen has gotten into it with the police and has apparently punched a police officer in the face. Unfortunately, unlike Portland or Minneapolis, they ain't going home. They're in for a rude awakening. DeSantis went live on TV saying that Florida is closed for business if your business is rioting. Let's go and take a look.
Back here in my free state of Florida, a few scattered radical left protesters are trying hard to emulate their friends in Minnesota by interfering with immigration enforcement operations, but they are getting a very different result. Here's what happened when one woman decided.
And real quick, guys, you can already tell the way that Hannity frames this, because usually when you listen to, like, I don't know, CNN or any of those more lefty leaning outlets, they call these protesters mostly peaceful. You know, they really cater to these guys, and you can hear that Hannity is calling these guys radical left protesters. Just what they are.
Allegedly punched a Florida trooper in the face. Spoiler alert.
Allegedly punched.
This did not end well for her. Take a look.
You.
Am I crazy, guys, or was that more like a kick in the stomach than a punch in the face? Maybe I missed the punch in the face. But either way, you see the reaction here. Guys, this is Florida. It's immediate takedown. She did that, and now she's on the car, like face down. Done. Right? A lot different than what you see in some other places. Let's continue.
Weak ass.
She's still talking shit as she gets dragged in the car.
Don't you dare start kicking.
Oh, you guys hear that? That to me, gentlemen, gentle ladies, sounds like a taser, perhaps. Let's rewind and hear that again. Right there, here's that.
No, stop.
Somebody just got tased.
Close. Lift your head up.
Guys, these guys are absolutely unhinged. I mean, look at her. If you guys see me looking up a lot, my screen's up here, I'm looking at stuff. Wow.
Florida Attorney General posted a picture of the alleged assailant, writing, quote, "This is Jennifer Cruz of Jacksonville. Jennifer disagrees with immigration enforcement and decided to commit a few felonies by getting out of her car and punching a trooper in the face. But unlike Minnesota, well, we don't put up with this nonsense. Not to."
That's true. Like, so whatever she was on that day, she literally, the 15th, she just lost, like, you know, her freedom. That's 3 felonies. That's going to be thousands of dollars she's going to have to pay. She's going to have to go to court. She's going to be on probation. She might have some jail sentences involved with this. And then there's the whole fact of background checks and employability after something like this. So, I'm guessing, as most left people do, she's probably sitting someplace on welfare anyways. But yeah, I mean, I think she wrecked it for herself.
Today, Jennifer, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis replied to the Florida AG's post and wrote, quote, "Yeah, really bad decision to attack one of our troopers. This isn't Minneapolis." Here now with more of the governor, the free state of Florida, Ron DeSantis.
Now, if you're from Florida like I am, majority of us, we all love DeSantis. DeSantis has been the best governor. We love his policies. You know, right now we have no state tax, right? And now he's looking at getting rid of the what do you call it? The tax for your home. He's going to get rid of that as well. His immigration policies have been great. Everything this guy's done has been great. So if you're from Florida, we all call him Daddy DeSantis, man, because this guy is the real deal.
Governor, well, I mean, there's some humor to it. I feel bad for the officer. I have had an opportunity in just the course of my daily living. I run into law enforcement down here in Florida all the time. I stop and say hello. All the time I stop and say thank you for what you do, appreciate what you do.
All right, now Hannity, I mean, come on, man. Do you really stop all the time and thank these police officers? I highly doubt that you stop all the time. I think he's exaggerating a little bit.
And I will. It's just a whole different environment. I used to live in New York. It's very different down here.
Yeah, Sean, I used to always say earlier in my tenure, all you guys should know, this is not Portland where you can do this, get slapped on the wrist, and then just get put right back on the street to do it again. If you do that, you're going to be on the working end of a jail cell. That's just the way it's going to work. We're going to hold you accountable, particularly when you talk about our state troopers who are working with DHS to enforce federal immigration law. There's a lot of people on the far left that want an open border. They don't want immigration enforcement. They think if someone comes illegally.
And I gotta say, my whole reaction to like the whole ICE thing that's going on, like they're everywhere. They're coming out, militarized almost, and they're. Do I like seeing it on the street? Not at all. But the problem is that the last 4 years with open borders, we let so many people in, like not following any sort of like guideline, just come on in, come through the floodgates. That now the only way to resolve this issue is a big overcorrection, which is what we're doing now. It's just a massive overcorrection, and it's tough. It's not fun to see people drug out of their homes and families being pulled apart and things of that nature. But what are you going to do? You're going to let the left come in and basically import a voting base to take out what the American people want? Because if you take the Democrats and then you take all the people they're bringing in, and let's be honest here, right? So what they're doing is they're bringing in people, let them come through the border. They know these people have no skills for the most part, if they're coming through illegally, and they're going to get onto our social welfare systems. So now that makes them dependent upon these welfare systems, and they're going to vote for whatever party is going to keep those systems around and keep catering to them. So they're basically importing the voting base and then paying for them, and that's going to basically overrule the right. So how do we correct that? Well, this is what it is, guys. We have to send them back home. We can't let them come in here, change demographics so drastically, redistrict stuff. We got to get things back to where it should be. All right, let's continue.
And commits felonies, they should be able to stay. But you know what, Sean? That is not the law in the United States of America. And in fact, we just had a presidential election where the voters voted for Donald Trump in large part because Joe Biden had an open border and there were illegals coming from everywhere. So they can run on open border and try to change it for that, but the public does not want that. So if you're trying to interrupt law enforcement just doing their job, which keeps us safe, we are going to hold you accountable and buckle up. You picked the wrong state.
That's another thing too. So, let's say the next election, a Democrat gets in office again and they say, okay, nope, we're back to open borders. Everybody come back over again. Well, guess what? Next time Republicans in office, we're going to come right back through and do what we're just doing now, and kicking it back out. So why even, why do that to the American people? Put us through danger, bring people over who are unvetted, just to have these people deported again. This makes no sense.
To mess around with.
It's such a different mentality than, say, Minnesota or California, sanctuary states with sanctuary cities, and even illegal immigrants that are in jail when they are released. Rather than hand them over to ICE, they know their status. They know they committed crimes. They don't care. What do? They let them out. They protect them when they should be handing them over to the federal government. What happens in Florida? Explain the difference.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're in one of our jails, so we're the only state in the country where all state and local law enforcement are legally obligated to assist DHS with immigration enforcement. And so, of course, if they end up in a jail and they're here illegally, ICE will be alerted, and then they will be able to take the suspect and put them in immigration. Now,
That's pretty big too, guys. The fact that all law enforcement agencies in Florida actually work together. So if you are here illegally, or maybe even not a naturalized citizen, like you're on a green card, because a green card's a privilege, guys. That's not a right. It's a privilege. We're letting you come here, you know. But you come here, you have to behave yourself. So either way, he just confirmed that, you know, once you get done with your prison sentence, you're going home. You know, and that's another thing too. I think a lot of people get this perspective of, oh, hey, this illegal alien committed a crime, let's send them home. No. Let's have them serve their time for that crime first. It's not fair. As an American citizen, if I commit a crime, I go to jail. They're not going to send me to Mexico for vacation, right? So why should they get to go? So that's just the way I see it. But yeah, it's just good to hear that DeSantis in Florida is doing the right thing. Hopefully the rest of the states will follow this.
sometimes people commit really serious crimes. They get convicted in Florida courts, and so they end up going to prison to serve that debt. And then when they get out of prison, DHS will come and take them. You know, when Biden was president, even though we would always alert DHS, there were people that they refused to pick up who had served time for committing felonies. Under President Trump, it's like clockwork. As soon as somebody is in jail, coming out of prison, they are turned over to ICE and they are sent away. And in fact, just in the last year, since President Trump's been in office, state and local law enforcement throughout Florida have assisted with almost 20,000 apprehensions of illegal aliens. And so that's over and above what the feds would normally be doing. And you know what, Sean? Because we work with ICE and work with the administration, you don't see Minneapolis happen in Florida. You don't see a lot of the things happening to that scale because we're actually all on the same team here.
You know what? And guess what? It's a safer state. It's safer for everybody. Law enforcement, there aren't people inciting others to go after them. Governor, great to see.
Yeah, guys. So that was a good one. Definitely a great video. Thanks for sending that over to me. So, I mean, this is why people are moving to Florida in droves. It's not just the weather. It's the policies. It's the policies we have here, especially like the no taxes, our immigration policy, the safety that we have. You can't have a functioning society where you guys let mobs rule. That makes no sense. But so what do you guys think about the Karen in this video? Do you think she got what she deserved? Or do you think they were a little too harsh? Let me know in the comments. Till next time, this is Hex, signing out.